And the BAFTA goes to My Son The Jihadi. I'd like to start by thanking Channel 4, who are wonderful making this film, especially our commissioning editors, Amy Flanagan and Siobhan Sinnerton. They gave us an incredible amount of freedom in telling a story that we thought was really important to tell. I'd like to thank all of the wonderful people that are here on this stage and the people that couldn't be here today that helped make the film. But I think most importantly, I'd like to thank Sally and Michael, who were just so incredibly brave and courageous in allowing us to tell this story. And I'm hoping that Sally's going to say a few words for us here.
Well, obviously, I've got to thank Pete and Richard. It's been a very difficult year for Michael and I, but we are both glad to have made our case public and grateful to the positive response we have received. I hope our story encourages others from families to speak up against extremism so that we can ultimately stop young men and women from journeying towards terrorism.
Thanks very much, everybody.
Well, the BAFTA for the Best Single Documentary, rightfully so, goes to My Son The Jihadi. Absolutely massive congratulations.
Thank you.
What a work of art that really was. And Sally, I'll start with yourself. How did you come, you're the mother of Jihadi in question. Yeah. How did you come to work with the team?
Richard approached me first. He had the story and he wanted to talk to us. Oh, sorry. And Richard got the ball rolling and got Pete on board.
And how difficult was it for you to, I suppose, allow the guys into your home, into your heart, and to tell a story that was still very raw and very sensitive?
Because they made me feel so relaxed and so comfortable, it was quite easy actually to talk to them. I just saw them as two friends, to be honest. And
did you find it cathartic as a process? Did you feel that you found peace, I suppose, or any sort of comfort from the process?
I suppose it was comforting sharing the story.
Do you know, in terms of what you really did, I felt was humanise the headline. Many of us had seen that sensationalism, but actually you told the real narrative of the story.
Well, I think the reality is that you see this very sort of salacious stories about terrorism and ISIS and Al-Shabaab in the papers all the time, but the reality is this is happening to ordinary people. This is happening to normal people up and down the country. And what Sally allowed us to do was to show that very, I guess you say, ordinary side to it, that what it's like to be a mother going through this. So not someone screaming on the streets, but what it's like to be inside the house of somebody who's going through this.
And actually, I thought the way you kind of intercut archive, so a shot being very, very young, the same face now, much older, I felt would have connected to many parents at home thinking that could actually be my child, which is maybe a question people wouldn't have asked themselves before.
I mean, that's exactly what we tried to do. I think we tried to use recognisable things that you would say, well, that was me 10 years ago, that's my child now. I mean, Mike is probably better at talking to me about this, but there are many, many faces to this type of extremism, and it's generally portrayed in the news as one type of person that goes off to become a terrorist, and that's not the reality.
And was that part of your desire to make a film like this, to change the way we think of extremists and of radicalism in general?
Yeah, maybe slightly about the process,
And I suppose just final was about your younger son. He featured in it himself. How did it affect him?
He found it very difficult to... He views it slightly differently because I'm the mum, he's the brother. Sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry. Yes, so we both come at it from different angles, but he's very supportive of me.
Well, congratulations on
a worthy winner.
Film.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Wow. This is such a big moment for me, and I've got terrible baby brain. I had a baby a couple of months ago, so I can't remember my own name, never mind anyone else's, so forgive me if I forget anyone.